everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is LV and I hope you guys are doing well. So if you're new to this channel, this is my YouTube channel where I talk about plants, plant propagations, and then semi-hydroponic and show you the plants that I got. And today we have a lot of baby plants here. We're gonna talk about Monstera Albo node propagation. So instead of just a cutting, we are talking about what you're gonna do when you bought a wet stick. So let's get started. So before we get to the how to put the wet stick into propagations, just want to talk a little bit about the node itself. So I have this couple of nodes. The biggest one, this one I believe about 3 months of growth. So they are ranging from 2 months to 3 months. This one about maybe a month ago. So they have a different stage. So I just want to show you what's going on with the plants of this propagation. So I'm gonna take this out and then show you what it looks like when you propagate the node cutting. So this one I already took it out. I'm just gonna check it out. So this is just a cutting. So I have 2 nodes here. Even though I have 2 nodes, the one that's sprouting is only just 1 leaf. So more the nodes, higher the chance that you have more multiple leaves. But most likely, even though you have 2 nodes, it's only going to sprout 1 leaf. So if you have a very long node, if you have a chance to get 3 to 4 nodes, like long stick, I think I would suggest you to cut it in half. 1 or 2 nodes, even 3 nodes will be good enough for it. 1 node is sufficient actually, but 2 node or 3 node is get a stronger plant. So this is 2 node plant and I have 1 leaf here. You can see the way it grow. If you see here, they all growing tip first. So let me take out this one and then show you what's going on in behind the perlite. I propagate all my Albo nodes in perlite because that's just for me is more convenience. You can also do sphagnum. So this is what I have. So this is 1 node cutting with 1 short area nodes. You can see the area nodes here, the second one, it doesn't actually have any roots. The way the plants grow, they grow tips first, and then slowly later they grow the roots and the nodes, the root from either air root or from the node itself. So if you buy the node that without area root, or if the area root is rooted, don't worry about that. Just cut it off, keep it as usual, and then put it in very high humidity, but not overly wet. So this is the one that I have with long area roots. I planted this one less than a month ago and there's no activities at all. So let's just check it out. So if you can see, the area root now starting to grow a lot of root. However, it doesn't have any leaf cutting. So if you have a chance to get a long area roots, the plant do grow. But for me, I don't really care about the roots. I more care about the leaf. So if I were really want to choose, I think the area root will help your plants to grow a stronger plants, a stronger or bigger leaf. But it's just a supplement. It doesn't going to kill my plants. So I don't see the area root as important as I will want to imagine. So this is the second one that also have long area roots. I forgot when I did plant it in. This one is actually coming from a leaf cutting. So you can see there's a leaf here. The leaf got rotten or starting to turn yellow. It doesn't doing well, so I cut it off. And this is what is coming out. The new leaf coming out from the nodes. And then I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of root activities down here because there's a lot of area roots. This is the third one. So you might want to ask, do I find the plant grow faster with air roots or without air roots? Like in theory, that yes, if you have a long area root, your plant should grow faster because there are supplements. But sometimes, like there's the one that I show you, this guy is just doesn't do anything even though I have long area roots, right? So it's really depend on your node itself. It's not about the area root, and then also depend on the environment that you're giving in. So the proper setup is very important. So this one have a long area root, but you see the area root doing nothing at all. You see I have very small tiny root here. If I wanted to be more convenient on rooting this guy, I'm probably gonna chop out the area roots. I'm more like this guy. I focus on the leaf. I don't know why the nut is growing leaf first. My theory is like the leaf give the roots or give nutrition to the plants, or the photosynthesize the plants, so they got nutrition, and then once they have the leaf, then they can have focus on growing root. So if you get just a one leaf cutting, the plants already have leaves, so they're going to grow the roots. But if you don't have leaf, they want a leaf first. So this is my elbow cutting, my half moon elbow cutting, I should say that. So this one I have it over 3 months now, so it's just now starting to have the roots. You see the first leaf that is grow is the whole total white leaf, and if you already seen that it start to brown, because white leaf, that's what it is. They don't have any anything, like they can't help the plant to grow, so they start to brown it. The second leaf it push out, it start to push some green. So if you happily have all white new leaf, don't worry about it, just let it grow. It will actually soon to produce a second leaf. So the plant know that they produce the wrong leaf, so they give you the second leaf very soon afterward. So this is the only plant that I have 2 leaf from all my cutting. I think because they just know they need a second leaf, otherwise they're gonna die. So this is the half and half leaf. So if you can see, the root is growing pretty well, so this is actually a lot better than the all white leaf, but the second new grow is pretty white, so I'm a little bit worried. So for this type of propagation, when my because I put the plastic on the top, I like to have a plastic on the top because it keeps the humidity in. I don't really water it for at least 2 weeks or even 3 weeks, so this is very easy for me to maintain. I just put it in my terrarium setup. Humidity above 85%. Humidity is the key if you want to grow faster nodes. And then let me show you, I think you guys were excited about how to really propagate the node when you buy it. I have this one and this guy. So if you have a chance to get a node, so this is a node look like, and I want to show you this is what rotting node look like. So it will be black on entire stem. So if you have a rotten area root, don't worry about that, just cut it off. Cut off the rotten part. I couldn't do it because it's very close to the nodes. And then you just put it on the sphagnum. So I got this container from Amazon, but you can also get it from like your grocery store, buy some food. Most food like pre-packed food might have this type of container. Use the sphagnum, wet the sphagnum with the diluted super dry, and then squish all the water out, put the sphagnum in here, and then place the node on the top. You want to know where is your grow point is, so this is usually in the middle is the grow point, so I put it like where the grow point is in horizon to the sphagnum. It's slightly touching the sphagnum but not all the way in. You don't want to bury it, you just want to put it on the top, and then close this up. Put it on top of heat mats. If you don't have heat mat, just put it next to the window where it's in direct sunlight. It doesn't have to have a heat mat, but heat mat will be helping you to create a condensation on top of your container. The ideal setup is you have condensation on top of this container, because the key is have high humidity but not wet. This is a propagation which I use on all my propagations. The way to tell it's wet, no water underneath, and touching your perlite, do not over water your perlite, because the perlite can absorb a lot of water. And then place a node as same as the other way. So I already put some keiki paste in this one. One of them is yellowing. My theory of using keiki paste is that don't put it too soon, too early. If you just got the node like this and you hardly can see the grow point, don't do it. I think that is too early. It might cause the growth. The node need to take their own time. So if you give it too early, it might cause it too hard or do nothing. Like this one, I think I put it too early. It does have a slightly of node out here, but I think it's still too soon. For me, when I put this one, it's just slightly shorter than this one. It's almost like this when I put it keiki paste in. So it's already start growing even better. My theory is don't put it too early, just wait a little bit longer when your growth point is slightly longer. I think that way it helps to push the growth. If you're too soon, it might halt the growth. That's so far my thought about doing keiki paste. So I showed you before, keiki paste I use on my begonia. Begonia love it. So this is the keiki paste. You can buy it from Amazon for about $20. A very small jar, but it's enough for it. You just need very little of it and it will work. If you have any questions, just put a comment down below, and you have any thought about growing nodes, let me know too. I'm also new in this. I do a lot of propagation, but like I still think that I can learn a lot from everybody that's growing the nodes. So yeah, so let me know what you think, and put the comments down below. And if you like the video, remember to click like and subscribe. I will see you next. Bye bye.